All right. All right, we're here with Giants infielder Will Wilson. Will, this is your first official big league camp this year, right?
Yeah.
As a invitee. How's it feel being in camp, with the big club?
Yeah, it definitely feels different than 21 when I was out here because of the COVID and everything, but it's nice, feeling a lot more comfortable and getting to mingle with the guys and hang out with them and play with them, so it's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Now, you were drafted by the Angels out of North Carolina State. I believe you were the 15th pick.
That's correct.
Overall, and then the Giants traded, took on Zach Cozart, and were able to get you to come over. That was the year, I believe, Hunter Bishop was picked 10th by the Giants
correct.
overall. So you and Hunter have kind of come up together in the Giants system. What is the goal this year? Now, you're Double-A last year, I believe, in Richmond, and then this year probably destined towards SAC to start the season. Are you going to be playing short or second?
It hasn't really been clarified what it's going to be. I think with the Giants, like platooning and playing all the different positions is very valuable. So that's kind of the goal, is to get work at all of them, be good at all of them. So that's the plan moving forward.
Yeah. Now, North Carolina State, a lot of great players. Carlos Rodon, Trey Turner. Do you model your game you followed Trey Turner, you kind of played the same position. Is that a guy you kind of idolize watching come up in the big leagues?
Yeah, I think we're two different players. Obviously, he's got the speed over me. So there's definitely some things I like to model, and I got the chance to hit with him a few times this offseason down in Florida, so that was cool. And just being able to see him go about his business, and there's some things I want to take from what he does and put towards my game that could be valuable as well.
What did you say to the fans that is probably your greatest asset as a player? Is it defense, offense? What's your
hopefully it's all of them.
Yeah.
I think defense, I'm very consistent out there. Obviously my hands are a great tool for me, so it's just, putting the ball in play more and being consistent on both sides of the ball is what I hope that the fans get to see.
Yeah. Now, when you were at North Carolina State, isn't there another, is it Sweeney?
Sweeney was there as well.
Sweeney was there.
Bailey.
Patrick Bailey, yeah. Okay, so there's a contingent of NC State guys. Were you a big basketball fan of NC State when you were there? Or?
We would go to some of the games. I honestly grew up a Tar Heels fan.
Oh.
When I was younger, so that was kind of a shock to my family when I went over to NC State. But we would go to the games. We definitely were more involved with the football than we were the basketball when I was at NC State.
Now, when you got recruited by NC State, did you have other options you were considering?
Yeah, there was Campbell and Winthrop. Carolina was kind of in the mix, but NC State was the bigger program that was obviously the better opportunity for me.
Yeah, did you guys get to play in the College World Series?
I was not there for that. That was 2 years after me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's it like traveling? You started, was it your first year in SanOse, or was it lower than
So in 2020, the COVID year was my first year.
Oh,
and
so you got
we got banged, and then I went to Eugene in 21.
Oh, okay.
And then went to Richmond to finish.
So you skipped San Jose then?
Yeah.
Straight to Eugene, Richmond. Okay. What's the difference between, Eugene and going to Richmond? When is pitching, what's the difference? From A ball to high A to double A?
I just think it's consistency within the arms and the defense and the at-bats. The quality of the plate gets a lot higher at that level.
Did you get any time at SAC last year?
I did, yeah. So I went up for a week and a half, had an injury, went back to Richmond, and then back to SAC for the last 3 games.
Okay. So what position do you prefer if you could say, hey, I'd like to be out there, short, second, third?
Yeah.
What's your favorite position to play?
I definitely played more shortstop, but I played second my freshman year of college, so I feel comfortable at all of them. So it's not really a preferred one, to be honest with you.
Okay. We've been asking a lot of guys up in the other part of the clubhouse with who's the funniest guy. I don't know if maybe there's somebody down here, but who's the funniest guy that you've come across in the team?
I got to put Jock and Crawl up there. Crawl's got a very good sense of humor once you get to know him, so I think that's good. And then Jock is fun to be around. He's a good
guy. It's funny because when I asked Crawl, he said Jock, and a lot of other guys keep mentioning Brebbia, especially the pitchers.
Oh, dude, he's hilarious. Yeah, you can't leave him out. He's a trip.
Yeah, we were talking to Lamont yesterday, and we were asking about superstitions.
Yeah.
And I said, you know, when I played ball, if I was fortunate enough to have a good game, it was like, okay, whatever I wore today, I'm going to say, I'm not washing it.
Yeah, for sure.
And Lamont said he would wear everything's the same. And he says
just if one hit, he's going to wear the exact same.
And for days, and so he wouldn't wash it. So and he says it wouldn't shave. So he said, so if you get hot, you could end up looking like Brebbia by the end of the year. He said that. He said that was the goal. Do you have any superstitions when it comes to performance and stuff?
Just like the arm sleeve, I don't wash it if it's a good game. And then I have a pair of sliders from NC State that if I'm rolling well, like I just keep on wearing them. So that's like a big thing for me.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know, one thing I've been asking, just kind of related to superstitions. I don't know, you might honestly you might have just missed it, but did you ever play with those fighting necklaces?
I did, yeah.
Dude, how cool were those when you were younger?
When I was like 8, they were like a big thing. They'd have them at the tournaments and everything. So
and did you do like the balance test and everything to like?
Yeah, they had those the bracelets that you would put on too.
I still don't understand that magic.
I mean, I thought it worked, to be honest with you.
100%.
When I was that young, I was like, I bought into all of it. So.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. Now, do you have a favorite athlete of any sport today that it's like, I just love to watch this guy play?
Yeah, I love watching Alex Bregman play.
Oh, that's
kind of been my comp coming up, and ever since I was young, when he was at LSU and I was younger watching him, and then when he got drafted, and I just think the way he plays.
He kind of looks awesome. A little bit like Bregman now that you mentioned
it.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. So, any other sports that you follow?
I watch football. I play fantasy, so that's kind of my
how'd you do this year?
Not great. I won it the year before last, and then I came in like second to last this year. So
did you have Jonathan Taylor
I didn't have Jonathan Taylor.
I had the first pick in our draft, and I picked Taylor, and it was like
Dan just asked you that so he could talk about it.
Yeah.
My team. It was like I didn't have a great year, but I did make the playoffs.
Do you guys have any punishments or?
Yeah.
That's what makes the sweat. Like you said, you finished second to last. Get sweaty.
That was the big thing. The one this year was if you were flying to spring training, you had to wear a uniform on the plane. But I don't think the guy who lost, I don't think was flying, so I think he just wore it while he was driving.
Oh, that's no good.
So the one before last, I think, was the Waffle House, where you get 24 hours, and you have to every waffle you eat is like minus an hour on your sit.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Yeah.
What was the best one you had?
Oh, one year we did like an ESPN body edition. You remember that thing?
Yeah.
It's like everyone got to pick the props, and you had to post at least one on Instagram.
That's hilarious.
But now we're a little older. It's like everyone's like, "Oh, dude, no!" Like people are looking at your social media now. Like,
yeah, now it's a lot bigger than it used to be.
Oh, that's great. Well, any other questions you got, Ryan?
Just okay. What about just hanging around Scottsdale? You know, young guy, I'm sure you got some downtime. Like, what kind of cool stuff are you getting into?
So my wife is actually out here she's out here for like 2 weeks. So we've just been hitting up. Like we had a night game and an off day. So we're big like brunch people and coffee people. So we just like try and get all the spots in while we can.
Oh, there's some down Old Town. Did you go?
Yeah, we go to like she loves the Breakfast Club. I'm a big Butters fan, and she likes like Press Coffee and Cartel Coffee. So we just try and like hit all the spots in the off days we can.
Since you're from back in kind of the North Carolina South, big Cracker Barrel's kind of big in the South. Is that a spot you like?
Love it. When I was in Orem, Utah for a short season, that was like every time my dad would come out, we'd go to Cracker Barrel.
Oh, I love Cracker Barrel. Yeah, those what are those? They're like hash brown. What do they call those?
The hash brown casserole.
Yeah, the casserole. Yeah, with the cheese.
Hash brown casserole.
Yeah, it's got cheese and it's really good.
Now I'm just hungry, dude. Also, what do you think of the coffee in the clubhouse? I was just admiring
the sip coffee.
Yeah,
that was when I was rehabbing last year. That was like my wife's go-to spot. Like we walk over there and get sip coffee. So having the clubhouse is awesome for me.
That's great. That's great. Well, we wish you the best, Will. Looking forward to seeing you up in San Francisco in the years to come. And thanks for giving us your time today.
Absolutely. I appreciate it.
Sweet.
All right. Thanks.
Appreciate it.